To start with, let us take a look at the rank function. Okay, the Rankx, it is called Rankx, and we have something that's called dense rank, right? So we have some Rankx and the rank and dense rank can be, you can use it, we can use it in DAX, DAX query to rank the items, or products. So the difference between a rank and dense rank is the Rankx function. For example, if you have two or more items of the same value, they receive the same rank. For example, your exam score is 86 and my score is also 86. So in that case, we both fall in the rank 1. Your rank is 1. For you, the rank is 1. For me, the rank is 1 because we both scored the same value. But this is called tie. Why it is called tie? If two persons or two or more persons have the same value, they receive the same rank. For example, 86, 86, like us, almost 5 people scored the same value. They receive the same rank as 1. Let's assume that 86 is first rank, okay? So okay, what is a big deal here? What is going to happen? This is a common thing. Why are you talking about this? And okay, so in that case, what will happen is, for example, we all, let's say 5 people scored 86 and the rank, it gives us 1111. Let's say another guy got the score is 80. He falls in rank 2. Instead of assigning a rank 2, it assigns, it assigned rank 3 to that guy. Actually, that guy falls in rank 2, but the rank function assigns, it skips the rank. It skips the rank especially when it encounters ties. I just tried it. Say, for example, your score is 86. My score is 86 and other guy's score is 86. What happens with the rank function? It gives 1 for all these 3 guys. Obviously, these 3 guys scored the same value, hence they are falling in rank 1. Let's say I have another guy whose score is 75. He is supposed to fall in the rank 2, but since this is called your ties, the same value, the same rank is assigned to more than one value. This is called your ties. So for the next, second rank, right? Instead of assigning the rank 2 for this one, it assigns 3. It skips the rank because of ties. Hence, you need to use dense. The dense rank, what it does is, it doesn't skip the rank. So 1, 1, 1, 2, it will come like this. Whereas in the simple, plain vanilla rank, gives you 1, 1, 1, 3. This is not the preferred one. So with the dense, we can achieve like this. This is the difference between dense and dense rank. In the interview, they'll ask you, you need to tell them very clearly what is the difference. So in this case, obviously the, look here, TopN Rankx. The Rankx function, if you see the syntax for this one, the first argument it takes is a table and expression and value, order and ties. And in this case, I have used the Rankx all sales W04, sum of sales here. Okay, so that is what I used it here. So in this case, what happens is, it gives me the rank for customer with respect to sales. Look here, the sales W04, sum of sales, which means how do I, on what basis can I assign the rank? Is it something like sales or profit? In this case, we mentioned sum of sales. What happens is we want to rank the customers because the first column is the customer column, customer name. We want to rank the customer, based on the amount they spent. Those people spent more money, they are falling in first rank. But if you see here, the Sean and Tamara, their rank is 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Here, let me just check. In this case, customer rank. If you see the measure here, look here, I mentioned dense here. If you don't mention dense, what will happen? It will create some kind of, it will skip the rank. Okay, I just press enter. Let us see what happens. Okay, now I clicked on refresh, take longer time to refresh it. Anyhow, it doesn't require refresh. Sometimes what will happen is it works exactly like the dense rank. So in this case, I've removed the dense option. The Rankx, should skip the rank in the case of ties. Yes, as Swarna, I should not have clicked on the refresh because it is not showing the correct value as per the Rankx function. When you have a ties, same value. Okay, it gives me 2 only. It is not skipping it here. Okay, fine. In this case, it is okay. 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 This is what it is. So I want to rank the customer by sales. So if you see the value here, rank one, this is the highest sales we made, right? And then next highest, so these two it assign the the ties here. Okay, 2 2 2 and 3 3 and all. Okay. Okay, what is the question now? Swarna, I did not understand your question. Can you unmute and ask the question, or you can type it correctly? Okay. Why we are using all function? Why we are using all function as a so rank x takes the first argument as a table, and second argument is an expression, comma the order, whether it is a descending order, ascending order, and comma ties. In case of ties, right, you need to specify ties there. And okay, ties. Let me do one thing. And then descending order, right? So here and order, descending order. So sum of sales and values are nothing but nothing, and order descending. And ties, I'm going to say skip. Look here, there is something called skip here. They mention explicitly here. If you want to skip, you can skip it. Here you have different options. Even then, it is not skipping here. Okay, it is working correctly. So what do you mean by skipping here? The ties, if the ties are 1 1, two values are 1 1, two ranks are 1 1, the next rank will get skipped 3 3. But here it is displaying it correctly. It is displaying it correctly in this case. Ideally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the things. Let it do the basic thing, okay, the default thing. We don't see any improvement. Still, it is displaying 1 1 2 2. But keep in mind that usually what it does, the simple rank x function, it skips the rank in the case of ties. To override that, we need to use the dense function. Okay, the dense. So that there is an option called dense. So here the values are nothing, and order is descending, and then you need to use dense. But even when I use the skip, it was not skipping it. Okay, your question is why we need to use all function for the first table. That is because the Rankx function, what it does is it ranks the ranking, right? In the case of Rankx function, the ranking is based on the entire data set and not influenced by any filters that might be placed in the current context. For example, here the filter, the visual level filter, right? The Sean Filler, the customer name equal to Sean Miller. What is the rank? Customer, name equal to Tamara. In this case, it will give 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, something like that. We don't want to go by the row by row. Instead, you take the entire data set and then tell me where he stands and where he stands. Both of them are somewhat standing in the rank 1. Okay. So for this purpose, we are using all function. All is going to remove all the filter. It will remove this filter. It will remove the filter. Simply ignore the row level filter or any other filter, internal, external filter. Simply the all function ignores it. Since it ignores that, what happens? It takes into account of the entire data set for each row and then goes and checks and which rank he falls, which rank he falls. For that purpose, we have to use all function to remove the. If you don't use the all function, it literally put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't want that, right? Because we want the ranking to be done based on the sales for the customers. Okay, ranking by sales by customer name. So in that case, obviously, you need to use all function to remove the filter. Next, if you see that this is your kind of your another thing here in this case, I have used the country column, state sales and the customer rank 1. In this case, what happened? I'm doing some kind of the state and country. So, they wanted to know within United Kingdom or United States, these two states fall in which rank. Okay, they want. So in that case, it's kind of a nested ranking. What we are doing is we are using a cross join function. So using the cross join, you can specify more than one column also. So in this case, I have used only one table, sales W04, sum of sales, right? This is the measure. But in this case, we want to use more than one column, right? More than one column. With the combination of country and state, give me the rank. So United Kingdom, England tops the rank with respect to sales. And United States, look here, the two United States, we can see that within this one falls in 2 and 3. Likewise, we can see that here. Even in this case, it is not skipping the rank. First of all, we don't see any rank 1 here. Okay, so cross join, you need to specify all function for column 1 and all function for column 2 so that it will remove the filter, all the filters. And then it does the cross join, because if you want to see nested rank, right, within the country, within each country, give me the rank by sales by state. In this case, that is what it tells. So in that case, you need to use cross join if you want to specify more than one column. Okay. And we have something else called earlier function, using which also we can implement it. But anyhow, let's not discuss something new now. Just understand this, and this is enough. Okay. But in this case, the country wise, give me the rank, assign the rank by country, which country sales is more. If you see it in descending order with respect to sales, United States tops the rank and Australia, but there is a significant difference, right? Gives me 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, but we don't see any tie here. So in this case, customer rank. First of all, we don't see any tie here. So the same value was not repeated in the rank column. Hence, we don't have to worry about this. And even in this case, I use the all function for the table. all the country column, okay? Because we are using the country column, remove all the filter from country column, and then the sum of sales, and give me the ranking by country by sales. That is what it is. In this case, country. But here we go one step further. Country and state put together. Within each country, give me the for example, United States, California may be rank 1, and New York may be rank 1, right? So maybe you can encounter some kind of ties here. But in this case, there is a significant difference. 4,09,000, 2,80,000, almost 1 lakh difference. Obviously, it puts 2,3. And France, if you see in France and in this state, only one, in this country, we have only one state is there. Maybe, right, it takes into account of the entire data, and then it gives me the rank 4 for this one, okay? State. So that is what we can see it here. So hope you understood. So if you wanted to do the ranking, based on more than one column, with the combination of the columns, you can use cross join, but you need to, in any case, you have to use all function to remove the filter. Yes. So this is what the Rankx function is all about. Now you understood what is dense and dense rank, but here we don't see though we have the ties, it is not skipping the value. But remember that in the interview when they ask you, you need to tell them in the last argument we have something called what is that customer rank? This is the one. You mentioned dense explicitly. So if you specify dense, it will not skip the rank. Okay, you can tell that way. Yes, yes, give me Sarah 1 second, okay? Then I'm just thinking about it. So why it is not skipping the value? I have seen it on my own eyes. Even in SQL, I gave the demo yesterday to other batch. We have something called dense rank function explicitly available, and rank function is available. But whereas here, okay, what I'm going to do is here, the last option is ties. The ties, if you want to skip, if you specify skip, it will skip the values 1, 1, 2. But in our case, it is not even skipping it. Right. So what I'm going to do is, so the values, probably we can say some value here. Okay. And here I'm going to say 27,900. Usually we don't specify any value here. And look here, 27,100. If I specify, it gives me 1 1 for everything. Okay, this is not correct. It usually we will leave blank here. And next one is the descending order. And then dense. Here, if I specify skip, it has to skip it, but it is not doing it. It is not even skipping it here. Okay, but I have used the ranking on the sales column, right? It should it gives me 1 1 correctly, but it is not skipping it here. Anyhow, but you understand that, you remember that skip. Okay, the question is why we need to leave space here. Sarah's question is, why do we need to leave space? So here, for example, I have something like, I wanted to know the rank for a specific value. For example, 18,313. I wanted to know the rank for the specific sales amount. You can give it directly there. 18,313. And if you see rank 2, 18,313 falls in the rank 2. But don't see the rest of the values. If you wanted to see the ranking for a specific value, that value you can specify it here. Okay. So that is the reason why we did not specify anything here, because we don't want to see a specific values rank. We want to see the rank for all the records in my data set. Hence I am using this one. And next one is the dense option. When you use dense in case of any types, it'll, so there is a spelling type, this is a syntax mistake here. The forward slash I mentioned here. 1 second, I just press enter. The dense function, it doesn't skip the rank. That's all, guys. Fine. Okay, we are done with the Rankx function. And the next one is the TopN function. What is TopN function? If you see here, the syntax for the TopN function is the first argument is your n value. And then, so how many top, 10, you want to see the top 10 or top 5 or top 20, top 50 or top 100 customers with respect to sales or profit, right? So here the n values, you can give whatever value. For example, you want to say top 10 customers, give 10 here. That is what n tells. It can be anything, okay? 10 or 15 or 20, it is up to you. The second argument is your table. The next one is order by expression. And let's look at, this, see this top n function also returns a table. But remember one thing very clearly. Whenever you use any DAX function, if it takes the first argument as a table, then it will return a table only. Okay. And that is what the one thing you need to remember. And if you see here, I have created the top n function. 1 second. I will look here, top 3. So here top n. So what I did, since I'm using the top n function directly, so I need to go to the modeling ribbon, click on the new table, because this top n function takes the argument table as a table. Hence, it returns a table. It returns a table. So I wanted to know, take the entire data set and find out the top 4, the top 4 sales. Sorry, top 4 transaction with respect to sales in descending order. So, and if I go to the data view, and when I go to the top 3 here, look here, the top 3, when I click, it will show 4 records with respect to sales. And you can go to directly the sales column. And if you see the sales column, and for example, here it is not showing the descending order, unfortunately. So descending, you can give it in descending order. Look here, the 22,638, 17,000, 13,000. So let's say in the sales table, let's say in the sales W04 table, you have 100 million records are there. You wanted to see out of the 100 million records, give me the top 4 records with respect to sales. That is what has happened. Okay. I'm going to, anyhow, let it be there. So top n functions returns a table, and also it gives you the top 4 transactions out of the entire data set. Okay, now the question is there any way can I use the top n function in my measure? Yes, that is also possible. Look here, and top 3 revenue, top 3 profit. If you scroll down here, top 3 profit, top 3 revenue. There are 2 columns here. And if you click on the top 3 revenue, inside the calculate function, I have used the top n function. The first argument is sum of sales and followed by the top n. So top 3, give me the top 3 transactions with respect to sales within each category. Furniture, okay. In the furniture, we can see 17,157. How did we get this? And if I go back here and take the sales W04 data set, if I take the sales W04 data set and the first furniture, right? Yes, furniture. I just go to the category column and then I'm going to filter only the furniture here for testing purpose. Okay. I'm going to click on furniture and then I'm going to select the sales. Okay. I'm going to sort it in descending order. Top 3 sales in each category. Look here, 57. These 3, right? Highest to sales. 5 with top 3 sales is this one, 57, 57. Okay, sorry, 5,759, 10,000 and 11,400 or 500 and 16 and 17,000 and odd. We are getting 17,000. Look here, 17,000 and odd. In this case, what happened? In each category, give me the top three, say, revenue. In furniture, what is the top three revenue? In office supply, what is the top three revenue? Technology, what is the top three revenue? But whereas in the case of top three table, in the entire table, you show me the top four transactions. But here we want to see the the top three revenue breakdown of category. Top three, the same way the profit also works. Top three profit in furniture category, top three profit in office supplies. So it gives me the breakdown of top three values by category. Okay. So that is how the top end. So you can use this top end function directly. When you use it directly, you need to create a table. Go to modeling ribbon, click on the new table. So this, when you use the top end function directly, that will return a table. Instead, if you want to use the top end function as part of your calculate function, this is how you can use it. So this is a simple and straightforward thing. Okay. And the next question is dynamic top end. In the intro, they'll ask, they go one step further and they'll ask you, why don't you give me a feature in the reporting page wherein I should be allowed to select whatever I need. For example, if I click on 15, it should show in each category, give me the top 15 sales or revenue. Okay, top 10. Look here, when I select 5, this one gets changed. So this is the one same as your selected value function. Here I have created a static table. The static table, I have included these values. And then that static table name and the column name, I dropped into this slicer. Next one, I created this visual. In this visual, the dynamic top 10 revenue, here what I did, calculate sum of sales, top n within the parenthesis selected value. You remember selected value function we discussed in the last session, right? The selected value function, what it does is, whatever the value, so currently I selected 5, the 5 will get substituted here. This 5 will get copied here. That is what is happening in the case of selected value function. You got it? So this is how we can implement the dynamic top n. Okay, first they will ask you what is top n. What is the difference between top n and ranks? The top n function gives me the top 10 transaction with respect to sales or profit, whereas rank is assigned to the transactions, right? We are assigning the transactions. We are assigning the rank to the transactions. For example, in the case of country, we have assigned the rank with respect to sales for the country column. So, in that case, you want to see the top 3 rank. If you want to see the top 3 country name, you can go ahead and check it there directly. Top 15th country, can you give me that? You can go and find out with the Rankx function. Whereas in the dynamic top end, it gives me the entire data also. You can get the top n values, or if you want to see the breakdown of the top n values by a category or some other column, that is also possible. This wraps up the top n and Rankx function. In the case of Rankx function, we discussed about the all function, why we need to use all function. Also, we discussed about the cross join. In the case of nested ranking, you need to use cross join. The top n also we explained. Both the top n function, you can use it both in table as well as measure. The Rankx function, in this case, you will have to, in this case, I have used this in a, directly I've used it here, right? Look here, in this case, the Rankx function, where is that? Customer rank, if you see here, you can use it directly here, unlike the top n function. Customer rank. If I click on it, look at Rankx. You don't need a calculate function. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay. You can use it directly in your, in the case of Rankx, look here. This one takes the first argument as the table. And in this case, it is not returning a table, right? In this case, what did I do? Look, let me just go and check. Yeah, the customer rank, I used it. I have used the Rankx function directly. So there is an exception here. I told you whichever function that takes the first argument is a table, that will return a table, whereas in the case of Rankx, it is it is an exception. Okay, you can use it in a measure itself. Okay, calculator icon, we can see that next to the customer rank. So that means it's a measure. It is not a table, calculate table. It's not a calculate table. Okay. So as an exception, you can use the Rankx as part of your measure itself. Okay. It is not returning a table. Fine. So hope you are able to understand, these two things. And what we will do is,